Hi Tarot Bumblebees, it's Ethony and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be talking about when it is the right time to spill the tea with tarot. So we're going to talk a little bit about when it is appropriate to talk about the messages and really sensitive topics in tarot, and when it is best as a tarot professional to keep your mouth zipped. As tarot readers and tarot professionals, we are privy to a lot of very sensitive information. Sometimes it can be downright shattering to someone's life and very heartbreaking. I'm talking about the times when there are relationships dissolving, messy divorces, complications at work, and even health issues. I know they are in the extreme of the examples, but it does happen, and I have pretty much heard everything as a tarot professional. So when I'm talking about spilling the tea, it is those moments that could be a pivotal life change for somebody. I'm going to give you an example before I jump in, just to give you a bit of grounded sort of life experience. I was reading at a corporate Christmas party one year back in Australia, and it was just one of those things where I was sat at a table and people would come up and I would give them 3-card readings during the Christmas party. One of the people I read for was a woman who was heavily pregnant in her 3rd trimester of her pregnancy. She was experiencing health issues in her pregnancy. She'd already told me that, and she wanted to know how the final trimester of her pregnancy was going to go. So the cards were not great. They were not good cards. I mean, they weren't the Tower and the 3 of Swords, thank goodness, but they were not great cards. And I did not get a good feeling about it wasn't going to be an easy sort of 3rd trimester. I didn't see any really horrible stuff, but it wasn't great. So instead of telling her doom and gloom at a Christmas party to a heavily pregnant woman that she was going to have some complications, I did not think that was the time or place to be sharing that information, especially when we were surrounded by so many people. I told her to take what the doctors were telling her very seriously, and if they were putting her on bed rest, not to push her body, and to make sure she was doing everything that she could and took the advice of the doctors, because as we know, sometimes we don't listen to our medical professionals. That is an example of the tarot tea, something that is truthful and can be potentially damaging. So let's talk about sometimes I think it is not appropriate, or when it is appropriate, to spill that tea. These are all just points I want to give you to reflect on. This is not me saying what is right or wrong for your tarot practice. The first thing is, do you believe that you are just the vessel as the tarot reader? Some tarot professionals that I know and respect believe that they are just the vessel, that everything that they hear and receive in a tarot reading, they pass on to their client with no filter. This means they are the channel, they are the vessel, they are the pipeline, the messenger, and they are there to facilitate that for their client. They are not there to alter it in any way, shape, or form. Now, if this is the type of reader that you want to be and the type of reader that you are, then that's okay, own it. I would really advise that you let your clients know that this is the kind of reading that you're going to be giving, that you are the channel, you are here to just deliver the message of the cards, and then you are going to be the one who is just unfiltered giving the advice from the universe, the cards, and their guides. It's just to give people a bit of a heads up. The second point I wanted to put in your tarot aura for you to consider is, how much responsibility do you want to take on, or do you feel you should take on as the tarot reader? So for myself, I record everything. So when anyone gets a reading with me, there is a recorded audio and video of the reading. And I do this so that people can digest their reading, because sometimes you need time, you need to come back to a reading and go over it again, or make some notes, reflect, meditate. Some things will not make sense until later on. But the other part of that is that it covers my butt professionally. It makes sure that I know exactly what I said and nothing can be altered, because I also have the original files. So for me, I have everything recorded, and if it's an email reading, of course it's in my email as well. But the other part of that responsibility is it does keep me accountable for everything that I've said and the way that I speak. And I'm always wanting to empower my clients to take hold of their lives. But how responsible do you want to be for your clients' lives? Like, I've had people come back to me and say, you know, I've left my significant other, you were right in that reading, or yes, this happened, or I'm going to take this other job. And it's not because I've told them to do so, or that the cards have told them to do so. I like to see potentials and opportunities in the cards. It's more about confirming some things for them. But do know that everything you say holds weight. A lot of people will come to a tarot reading because they are at a critical point in their lives. They're either at a turning point or a fork in the road, and they need guidance. So they're going to listen to what you say, especially if they're paying for it. So just really take on board a little bit of time to reflect on how responsible you want to be for your readings and for your clients' lives. Not to say you should be responsible for their choices, but cause and effect is a real thing. Another point about spilling the tarot tea is to be very aware of who is listening. Sometimes people want to bring in significant others or family or friends into their reading, or you'll be doing readings in a public place. And that is not always the best time to spill the tea, because people don't want everyone knowing all their business all the time. And really, some secrets are not to be shared, or you need to allow people to come to a place where they want to share their life with the people around them. You don't want to be that kind of person who simply walks up to someone and unsolicitedly tells the world what's going on with them. Don't do that. That's not cute at all. But so just be really aware of the environment that you're in and who is listening. Some people have the ability to have a closed space for readings, but other people read at coffee shops or at bars or in offices. Just be aware of that when sensitive information comes up. And my final point for you to consider in your tarot practice is, what kind of reader do you want to be? Are you going to be able to have difficult conversations and hold space for people while they are going through potentially very painful situations in their lives? Do you like delivering bad news? I mean, nobody likes delivering bad news, but sometimes as a tarot reader, you are going to have to do it. And it is going to be a challenge to learn how to deliver that in a loving way without projecting or absorbing anything from your client. It is something that I've honed many years of experience, and it's still no fun. No one likes delivering bad news. I would much rather deliver news that, like, someone who looks like Prince Harry is going to rock up on their doorstep delivering pizza, but I rarely get to deliver that kind of news. So you want to make sure that you're really comfortable and really clear about what kind of readings that you want to do. I divine. That is my whole thing. I learned the tarot, and when I did, it was for divining. It was for seeing potential futures and embracing the unknown to make it something that you can manifest. That's how I learned how to read. I've incorporated counseling and healing and magic and all sorts of other things in my practice over the years, but at the core of my practice, I'm a diviner. So I have had to have several conversations that haven't been very nice monthly when I read full time. Remember that seeds can sometimes sprout poisonous plants. And even if you make a slight suggestion, your client is going to mull over that one thing that has been nagging on them as well. Now, I'm not here to make you feel fearful of being a tarot reader or fearful of delivering news. That is certainly not what I want to do. I want to empower you through the cards. Just know that your words have weight. And for myself, I look at my tarot practice and my tarot professional work as being an empowering force in the universe in regards to getting somebody in a place of feeling like they are in control, or at least in partnership with the universe, with their choices. Just reflect on what kind of reader you want to be. Let me know in the comments below if I missed anything, or if there have been some times where you have had to hold the tea. If you liked this video, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching my little tarot bumblebees, and I'll see you all next time.